good Thursday evening, everyone. It is the Valley's most in-depth, geeky weather forecast video on March the 25th. A busy 24 hours ahead of us weather-wise, and we'll get to all the details on what to expect tonight and tomorrow coming up. First, a reminder, as we've been doing all week, Severe Weather Awareness Week in the state of Ohio does continue. In Pennsylvania, Severe Weather Awareness Week is in April, and we've been talking about all aspects of severe weather this week. I wanted to focus a little bit on lightning this evening. An easy way to tell how far away lightning is from your location. A little simple math here, because of the difference between the speed of light and the speed of sound. Sound is much slower. You can calculate that, okay, you see a flash of lightning, it takes 5 seconds before you hear the thunder. That means that the lightning is about a mile away, and you can keep multiplying. So if you see a flash of lightning and it takes 10 seconds to hear the thunder, that means the lightning is about 2 miles away. And of course, if it's almost instantaneous, the difference between seeing the lightning and hearing the thunder, that means the storm is pretty much right on top of you. The saying in the Weather Enterprise is, when thunder roars, go indoors. If you can hear thunder, you're close enough to a storm to be in danger of being struck by the lightning. Speed of thunder increases as the air gets less dense, gets warmer. And you see speeds of up to 776 miles per hour. That's speed of sound as you get up to around 80 degrees. So it only takes about 4.5 to 5 seconds to reach your location. So the sound does dissipate as it travels outward, which is why, of course, when you hear really loud thunder, that means the storm is pretty much right on top of you. But we can hear thunder out to about 10 miles or so. We can see lightning, though, especially lightning that's at the top of storms, up to 100 miles away, which gets into the subject of heat lightning, which isn't really a thing. But what people call heat lightning is just very distant lightning. We can see that lightning from pretty far away under certain circumstances. We talk a lot about lightning safety as we get into the spring and the summer season. All lightning is dangerous. A particular type of lightning, though, is a little more dangerous because it has a higher voltage and it tends to strike things on the ground more often. This is a positive voltage lightning. Lightning carries a charge, of course. Most lightning carries a negative voltage, but the positive strikes, again, while they are less numerous, they can be more dangerous. And you'll see when we have storms around, when we show you the radar, you'll see those little plus signs next to the lightning bolts. The plus signs are the positive voltage strikes that, again, tend to be a little more dangerous. I'm always a little bit surprised when I look at this list that some of these activities are down towards the bottom of the list when it comes to lightning fatalities, such as golf. You think more people would be injured or killed by lightning strikes on the golf course, but it's actually not as high as a lot of water-related activities, such as fishing, being on the beach, boating, things like that. Those tend to lead to more lightning fatalities on average. And, you know, it's not much of a surprise that 4 out of every 5 lightning victims is male. A lot of these are more male-dominated activities, such as fishing and golf and soccer. Yes, there, of course, are females who participate in these activities, but not as many as males. So it's not that surprising that men are struck more often than women. All right, yesterday we did a record high of 75. Today's high, with the thickening clouds, didn't get quite as lofty, but 71 is still, of course, way above average for this time of the year by a good 15 or 17 degrees. We've had a gusty little line of showers move through. Now, rainfall amounts with this are pretty paltry, but the wind definitely kicked up some as this moved through. This is just kind of a precursor. I think there's going to be a long break in the action for a lot of the evening. Not much going on down towards I-70 as of this recording at 6:53 this evening, but lots of activity off to our south. Devastating day once again, as expected, unfortunately, in a good chunk of Alabama. Several high-end tornadoes have been on the ground, have caused a lot of damage, and when storm surveys are done, no doubt they're going to find a lot of EF3s and higher, especially in Alabama. But even as far north as North and South Carolina, there's been a couple of tornado warnings. And tornado watches, as of this recording, extend up into southern Indiana and southern Illinois. I think our threat for severe thunderstorms is pretty low overnight, but lightning and thunder, yeah, it's going to be a possibility. 1, 2, 3 in the morning. Again, the chances of enough wind with these to cause damage is pretty small, and I don't think these will be much in the way of hail producers. But yeah, we could be woken up by some pretty loud thunder for a time, especially past midnight tonight. Now, the thunder and lightning is long gone by tomorrow morning, and as the story transitions into wind, as we head towards the daylight hours tomorrow. So again, the timing on this, after an evening lull, rain chances, thunder chances increase by about 11:30, midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. All this activity will push off to the east by the time most people are getting up and around on Friday morning. All right, as expected, the National Weather Service did upgrade our high wind watch to a high wind warning for all of our Ohio counties and the counties that are along the PA-Ohio border in our television viewing area, Lawrence and Mercer County. High wind warning is out. So not much has changed with our thinking here. I think the strongest of the winds will be between 5 a.m. and about 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. 55, 60, maybe 65 mile per hour gust. This is going to be a strengthening, rapidly strengthening area of low pressure moving across Lake Erie, a favorable track to bring us all sorts of wind. Now, thankfully, this is not going to last all day, but it is going to last all morning. The wind will fairly quickly diminish then. The speed of this low is pretty fast, so the wind will pretty quickly diminish during the second half of the afternoon, and especially into the evening. With that kind of wind, you know there's going to be some power outages. So be ready for this. Make sure your devices are charged overnight in preparation for the possibility of being without power for several hours tomorrow. Make sure that all your loose outdoor items are secure and won't become projectiles tomorrow morning. All right, we're going to be in the clouds for most of the day. Now, temperatures will drop out of the mid-50s down into the mid-40s, and then we'll try to tick upwards again a few degrees tomorrow afternoon, maybe leveling off around 50 for a few hours tomorrow afternoon. A better day in store for Saturday. Partly to mostly sunny. We'll get into the mid-60s. Actually, this is a real nice day. On Saturday, it's the pick of the weekend because showers will push through Saturday night and Sunday morning, and we'll have another day with falling temperatures on Sunday. So great weather for the Penguin Game Day forecast. YSU taking on North Dakota. I believe it's the final home game of this late winter, early spring stretch of football in Youngstown. 57 at kickoff, heading for the mid-60s with a good deal of sun in the afternoon. So yeah, Saturday's the pick of the weekend. I put the arrow on the wrong day there. That falling temperature arrow should be on Sunday. Temperatures will not fall Saturday afternoon. But most of the rain, the timing on that's decent in that it'll be mostly Saturday night. Most of it's gone by mid-morning on Sunday. But it is going to be chilly Sunday afternoon and not quite as sunny as Saturday. Quick word about the longer range. Now, there's going to be a couple of shots of cool air next week. So in the 6 to 10 day outlook, you don't see a lot of oranges and reds nearby. Will it be crazy cold? No, but we're going to have one early in the week and one around Thursday, Friday next week. You know, pretty legitimate shots of cool air, but they're brief, they're passing, they're transient. They're not going to come in and just stick around. So you'll see in the 8 to 14 day outlook, a lot of the blues disappear and we start heading back into a warmer regime as we head deeper into that first week of April. All right, I'll be live tonight on 21 News 11 with fresh radar updates on tomorrow's wind, and everything else you need to know. So be sure and tune in if you are up late tonight, and I'll see you back here on Friday for a fresh weather for Weather Geeks.